Our shrine to Meridia waits on the other side of this door. I am not sure what the Court of Bedlam left behind, so please, be careful in there.
Such a tragedy. Raz hopes these wounds don't scar Sadara too badly. She has such a kind and gentle soul.
Master, what did those bastards do to you? Look what they did to his body. They defiled Meridia's shrine.
That light, that is not natural, yes?
Meridia, she calls to us.
My devoted priest, a loyal soldier, and an intrepid instigator. Step closer and bask in Meridia's light.
Why is this statue...
My followers murdered, my shrine desecrated. The other princes, this so-called triad, they must answer for these insults. But I sense a question in your mind. Speak, mortal. Ask what you will of the Prince of Light. They dare to steal my vessel? To hold prisoner the agent I put in place to foil their despicable plans? My light shall not be snuffed out. My colored runes will not be compromised. You must set Darien Gautier free. My vessel thinks of itself as Darien Gautier, a simple Breton warrior. But in reality, it is my will and my power. When a darkness enters your reality, I send Darien to banish it. You must enter Mephalah's realm and rescue Darien, the Golden Knight. Only my vessel can repair the Dawnbreaker. Use the Dawnstar gem to locate Darien within the Spiral Skein. Now return to the Right Master and tell him what I said. Wait. The Triad dares to invade my sacred realm? Such an affront cannot stand.
Meridia, my prince! She's gone. I can't feel her presence any longer.
Raz is certain that the nice statue will be fine. In the meantime, let this one take you someplace where you will be safe. Raz has seen many things. Were-sharks, flying tigers, were-sharks on top of flying tigers. But a talking light? Ah, Queen Irene will never believe it. How much trouble are we in, Five Claw? Be honest with old Raz. Too much honesty is never a good thing. How do we battle Daedric princes? Raz supposes an army would help. An army always helps. Alas, Raz rarely has an army to call upon when he needs one the most. And that involves traveling to places Raz never knew existed before all this started. No. Raz will see Sadara to safety and then do what he can to protect Somerset and the Crystal Tower. The Daedra fighting, Raz will leave to you, yes?
I should see about that running about.
I see signs of the court's work throughout Somerset, but nothing of the court itself.
I think the Court of Bedlam has fewer members than we imagined.
Enough of this for now. Let's see what our friend has learned. You returned, but without the Dawnbreaker. Weren't you able to make contact with Meridia? Forgive my impatience. This inability to remember has me on edge. Go on. Tell me what you learned. The Court of Bedlam is eliminating the cults of the other princes? To what end? You said you were able to make contact with Meridia. Then why didn't she give you a restored Dawnbreaker? I suspected that might be the case. I'll send Valseren with you into Mephalah's realm to rescue the Golden Knight. A disturbing development, to be sure, but we'll have to hope Meridia can protect herself. I'll open a portal to Mephalah's spiral skein when you're ready. Then you can use the gem to find the Golden Knight.
Mephalah's realm can be daunting, but I'll be with you the entire time.
Remember to stay focused on your destination at all times. Otherwise, you could get lost in myriad pathways of the Dreaming Cave. And whatever you do, don't lose that gem.
Are you there? I think we were separated. Try to find a way up while I take a look around. It's like a maze in here, full of dead ends and passages that lead nowhere. Try to use the Dawnstar gem. Maybe it will reveal a path we're not seeing. killing me in here. Oh no! couldn't breathe. As usual, you found me just in the nick of time. The beast that captured me, I've never seen anything like it. A little lightheaded, but I'll be fine. Now that we're together, we can focus on finding the Golden Knight. And if that beast shows its mandibles again, I'll be ready. Something with the body of a giant spider, and, well, I'm not sure how to describe it, but it was a creature right out of my nightmares. Just what you'd expect in the realm of a Daedric prince. No matter, let's go find the Golden Knight. The path revealed by the Dawnstar Gem? What I wouldn't give to be able to use portal magic in here. That wasn't a pleasant experience. That light in the distance. It's brighter, out of place in this dismal setting. That must be the Golden Knight. Mafala won't leave something as valuable as Meridia's Golden Knight unprotected.
You're about to regret this.
Silence, or my webs will fill your pretty mouth next.
Warn them. Took you long enough. I expected this rescue hours ago.
Your gratitude has a hollow ring, Knight.
Oh, I can be very grateful, milady.
Maybe we should just leave him. I'm sure the right master would understand.
Well, this is awkward. Here I am, Meridia's champion, covered in webs and held at the mercy of unsettling spider people. Thanks for rescuing me, though. I would have freed myself at some point. I was just, working up to it, that's all. Guilty as charged. Meridia sent me to offer my assistance, but those other princes, they kept interfering. And then I was dragged into this pit of spider harlots. Look, we can catch up on things later. Right now, we need to get out of here. There's one small problem. Getting out of a Daedric realm isn't just a matter of walking through a door. Believe me, I've tried. Hey, how did you get here, by the way? Mafala specifically said she was putting me someplace where no one would find me. The Dawnstar gem. That makes sense. Between that and the Psijic sages, I can see how you wound up here. And with the gem, I can repair Dawnbreaker. But just so you know, I feel awful. I'm in no condition to fight at the moment.
Let's get out of here. Meet me outside. I can open a portal to the Dreaming Cave, but the ritual will take time, and will more than likely draw Mafala's Daedra. You need to hold them off until I can find a way back home. I won't be able to assist you while I'm casting, and the Golden Knight doesn't appear to be in any condition to fight. I'm afraid you're on your own, my friend. Let my my voice penetrate the barriers between here and the Dreaming Cave. Keep them back a few moments longer. I can sense the portal opening, just by the stars! That spider thing! Opened. Let's get out of here.
Valcerin, take the knight to the healers. We'll deal with the sword later. In the meantime, I need to speak with our friend. You and Valcerin entered Mephala realm and rescued Meridia's Golden Knight. I couldn't ask for more, my friend. I assume Darien believes he can repair the Dawnbreaker. I hope that would be the case. The Golden Knight will need to recover some of his strength first, though. Who knows what tortures Mephala and her creatures inflicted upon him? That's not a fate I'd wish on my worst enemy. Who can say what drives such beings as these? To work with the Sea Slode, to pit their followers against the cultists of other princes, to launch attacks into rival Oblivion realms. Such actions boggle the mind. Knight Darien needs to recover his strength first and restore the Dawnbreaker. Then we can attempt to unblock the path and see where I took the heart of transparent law. For now, take this with my thanks. Once the Dawnbreaker has been restored, we can see what waits on the other side of that barrier. Knight Darien needs to recover his strength first and restore While the Golden Knight recovers, we must make preparations for breaching the Daedric barrier. Since I can't remember where that particular pathway goes, we'll have to be ready for any contingency. I also need to tell you about another memory. My memories return slowly, a little at a time. While you searched for the night, a memory came back to me. A woman's voice, barely a whisper, beautiful but speaking in a language I can't understand, repeating the same words over and over. I suspect that the language is ancient. It may actually predate the languages of Tamriel. I feel that the memory is connected to the barrier in the Dreaming Cave, and where I hid the heart. My friend, we need to discover the meaning of these words. I hoped you'd say that. I sent Oriandra to my study to review my memory and see if she could translate the ancient words. I even suggested a scholar she could contact, an expert in ancient languages and obscure dialects. Go, check on her progress. No, I just feel that the words contain the key to where I hid the heart of transparent law. I do know the language is not native to Tamriel, or to anywhere on Nirn for that matter. It feels ancient, alien. I hope the expert recognizes it. Forte, the Grand Maestro of the House of Reveries. We've shared research in the past, and he thinks the language could be related to tablets he once studied in Ebon Stadmont. Now go and see if Oriandra has made any progress by reviewing my memory.
Not derived from Ayleid, though I see a possible correlation to Daedric linguistic patterns. Who's... Oh. Don't you know not to interrupt a sage when she's deep in concentration? I suppose the Rite Master sent you to see how my research was coming along. I've listened to his memory over and over, and I examined every relevant tome I could find. Not yet. The Master of the House of Reveries sent me his work. It relates to a similar language seen in the ruins of Ebon Stadmont, but I only understand a little of it. I wish Lathan was still one of us. He was our language expert. Ancient languages and battle magic, to name just a few. Lathan betrayed us, and I don't trust him, but I've reached a dead end. We need help, and he's the best option I can think of. Take the notes and show them to Lathan. What do we have to lose? I'll let the Rite Master know what I proposed. He may not like it, but he's always telling us to utilize every available resource. I think this qualifies. You'll find Lathan in Valserin's study. See if you can convince him to translate the words. I have no idea, but it's worth a try. I know Lathan and the Rite Master were friends. I don't believe Lathan would purposely try to harm Ikesis. On the other hand, if Lathan thinks that helping us will help his cause, he'll jump at the chance. I suppose it had something to do with his daughter. Eldaway was a beautiful girl, smart, sweet, and full of energy. She brightened the entire island. When she fell ill, Lathan and Valserin grew apart. It was how they dealt with the tragedy. Don't you think we tried? The Rite Master, Valserin, the entire Conclave. But nothing helped. She grew weaker and weaker, and then she was gone. Val threw herself into her work after that. Lathan just grew more distant. Only if you want to guarantee that Lathan refuses to help us. Haven't you seen them since they were reunited? Val wants to kill him, and Lathan hates her with a passion. They used to be so in love. Now it breaks my heart to see them like this. I have no idea, but it's worth a try.
Interesting. You weren't this attentive when our daughter actually needed you?
Lathan, I need to go check on the night anyway.
Val, wait. Damn it. By the spinner's holy webs, when did I become an insufferable arse? Valcerin didn't deserve that. Ildaway was her daughter, too. Why am I talking to you about this? I know it isn't because I like you, because I really don't. Is this some new attempt at interrogation? If so, I'm not familiar with the technique. Very well, I'll play along. Yes, I am a master linguist, specializing in ancient and obscure languages. Why do you ask? Intriguing. I've never seen this dialect before. I can translate it, but I need more to work with. I need to examine the original tablets found at Ebon Stadmont. That will never happen, of course. You do remember I'm a prisoner here, don't you? According to those notes, the writing is carved into a massive stone. I doubt you'd be able to carry it back here. All right, you've piqued my interest. Use this rune when you reach Ebon Stadmont, and I'll be able to see what you see. Nothing nefarious, if that's what you're asking. Just enter the forest, find the obscure language, and use the rune so I can see what you see. It won't do anything beyond that, I assure you. According to the scribblings of this Grand Maestro Forte, Spinner's Web, that's a pompous title, the forest is a maze filled with all kinds of beasts and daedra. As to the reason why, who can say? Sometimes a cursed wood is just a cursed wood. I don't see how that's relevant to our interactions. Not in the least. Still, my words were spiteful, meant to hurt her. There was no need for me to open old wounds. But why does this concern you? I'm your enemy. Are you too dense to see that? You and Ichesis, always sticking your noses into places they don't belong. I suppose I can appreciate that, but kindness won't help you in the coming war. Very well, I'll tell you this. Val loved our daughter, and our daughter loved Val. Hate? I'm not sure what emotions I feel right now. But when my daughter was dying, when she was crying for her mother's comfort, Val wasn't there. She was buried in her work, too busy or too frightened to spend those final moments with Ildaway. Nothing nefarious, if that's what you're asking. Just...
Before you ask, yes, it is odd for a Psijic mage to open a shop. But everyone has to have a hobby.
No, to jest snajp.
Wherever could that blasted mercenary be?
rune is working perfectly. It's almost as if I'm standing right next to you. I can feel the powerful magic that permeates this place. I sense a Daedric influence, but something that's far older than my Prince Vathala. The Maestro's notes said the ancient words were etched into a massive stone. I expect you'll need to travel deeper into the forest to find the exact location. I can't translate the words the Right Master heard until you find that stone. I'm not your tour guide. Just pick a direction and start walking. Wait a moment. The Maestro's notes. There was a passage that might help. Something about crows. Maybe that would be enough to guide you. Refer to the book, and use the rune again when you locate the ancient writing.